word to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
It's Ebro's Lawrence Rosenberg, and today's guest right here with us is Lamar Odom. Lamar, what's going on, sir? Queens.
Queens. That's right. Ain't nothing. Just chilling in Miami, relaxing on a business trip.
How you, man? The first thing I wanted to get to is how are you, sir? Like, I know you got the new book out, and we're going to delve into that, but just how are you as a human being?
Well,
our first time chopping it up, so I just, we've watched you go through so much.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm in a good place. I'm sober. I'm not getting high. Happy. I know that. I'm happy. I'm really good. In Miami, it's a beautiful day this morning.
There you go.
Tell us about this new book, man. And what we're gonna read when we delve into this, because it seems like you're taking us on the full journey and really peeling back all the layers of everything you went through.
I mean, well, my first book did the same thing.
Right.
It talked about my battle, my ups and downs with drugs. And it happened to be a New York Times bestseller. So hopefully I can do the same thing on this book. It'll probably be about my life, what happened in my life after the coma, after I woke up, realized where I was at.
Let's go back a little bit, Lamar, for the people listening here on Hot 97 in New York. Where exactly are you from in Queens? I know you always had the Lost Boys Association. Take us through the early days, the Queens Lamar Odom.
Well, I'm from South Jamaica, Queens. Right side of Van Wyck Boulevard, Linden Boulevard, and 131st Street. Like a Jamaica Avenue, sneaker kid. Coming up, Coliseum Mall.
Yeah.
Real Queensness, Lincoln Park.
Were you wearing a Mets hat as a kid? Were you running around
a Mets fan? The Mets is playing ball right now.
Yeah, no. My grandmother used to take us to the Mets games. She was a big time Mets fan. I was more of a Yankee fan coming up. But
wow,
my grandmother,
violation, sir.
My grandmother used to always
Queens.
She used to always take us to the Mets games and stuff like that. So I like the Mets. I used to love Darryl Strawberry and Dwight Gooden. I ain't gonna front.
And how did you link up with the Lost Boys? Where did that relationship come from?
Oh, my park, Lincoln Park. It's not I don't think a day went past that I wasn't in the park, and that's the park where Coach Cheeks is from. Mr. Cheeks is from.
Oh, so you met Cheeks first?
Yeah. When I first started coming outside, Cheeks is the first one I met. People didn't even know Cheeks used to hoop too.
Oh, really? How nice was Cheeks?
Yeah, he could play. He could play. He could play, real talk. He could definitely play.
Were you trying to rap as well, or were you leaving that just to him and you were the baller?
Nah. Yeah, I left the rap to Cheeks. You
want us to believe there was never a lyrical standoff in the park. You never got to a freestyle. You never wrote a rap.
I mean, of course I wrote in my notepad. You know what I'm saying, and kept them to myself. You know what I mean? But because they just my thoughts, really. You feel me?
I never get the chance to ask this question, so maybe you'd be a good person to ask. What was Freaky Ta like?
It was funny. It was funny. He was spontaneous. I think his voice described it all. That was like his personality. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It came through. It came through his voice for sure.
Yeah, I remember the night that he got killed. The day he got killed, I was in Queens on my man's couch, and I woke up to that horrific news. It fucked us all up for a second.
Now, Lamar, going back to you coming out of the coma and just everything that we saw you go through publicly with your relationship and reality shows. When you look back on that time, is there anything like what's the big headline for you? Was being in a reality show and a public relationship, was that the ultimate thing that kind of started the spiral, or is there more there for us to know about and what you've learned about that time in your life?
Nah, the reality show and you know and my marriage was like the best part of my adulthood. Um, it was just that I was high in cocaine addiction, at
Mm.
that time, and and I couldn't keep my cock in my pants either. That didn't help. So I think that was like more of the if there was a spiral that took place, um, that's probably where it started.
And so now, fast forward, I see you trolling Tristan on the internet and giving us all giggles because you put Hottie under his lady's photo. Did you know that was
Yeah.
gonna cause such a dust up, or you're still interested in Khloe?
Nah, I didn't know that was going to cause a big deal like that. I didn't really think he talking real reckless. Um, he need to check my resume, but I don't really. I ain't gonna even really get into that because what did he say again? Said
He said something about it was basically
God saved you the first time.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So right there, I'm like, okay, God saved me the first time, and something about different results.
That's God brought you back the first time. Play if you want different results. All right, chill out.
Yeah, like
Relax.
like I'm street, and you can't even really play like that. But
And plus, it's just
but at the end of the day, like he's my brother. You know what I'm saying, through the fraternity, the NBA. So it can't really, it won't even like spill over. More than
I'm glad you said that too, because he's younger than you, one, and two.
Yeah.
He hasn't quite been through the things that you've been through in life, so he probably is overreacting in this scenario.
Now, flip side to that point, though.
You did say Hottie, and you're the ex, so that does cause people.
You got to be real about that.
But I don't even. They was like, are they on those terms? Is that his girlfriend?
I don't know. It's a good question. I would think you would know better than me.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I'll never want to disrespect my boundaries with no man and his lady. Because I know how it was like when we first started dealing with each other. All these dudes coming out the woodwork saying crazy shit and all that. So I don't ever want to be one of those dudes.
Was that a crazy experience being a part of that family kind of as they were really exploding? I mean, they were already big, but when you guys were together, that's when the Kardashians were really becoming like a huge, huge deal nationally and internationally.
No, it was beautiful. Their royalty. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's dealing with them is considered royalty. So it's like having the red carpet rolled out for you wherever you go. You expect it. Life is good. Life is good.
By the way, I'm being told by my team here that Khloe and Tristan are in fact broken up. That's the word.
See?
All right.
There you go.
Or whatever.
I think he. Yeah, no.
I respect you saying you don't want to cause no drama. Things got you left a comment, things went left. It happens, no big deals. It was a good looking photo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It was an amazing photo.
Lamar, so there's been rumors and
wait, Lamar, come on, man. Yo, I was trying to clean it up and wrap it up, man.
He said it was an amazing photo. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta watch this dude, man. I'm learning.
So Lamar, the rumors are that you'll be on Love and Hip Hop. Now, to what degree will you be on Love and Hip Hop, or is it just like a pop-up situation? And what are the there's rumors that you're dating Carly Red, and that's the Love and Hip Hop play. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
No, yeah, I think I was like talking a little bit, and then they asked me to go on there. I think they wanted some of that that Kardashian stardust to sprinkle off on their show.
Yeah.
So I think they wanted me to go on there like as an interest of Carly Red because we like talking like that. But we're not dating or anything like that. She's a cool girl and everything like that. I respect her, but friends, better as friends.
Now, Lamar, listen, I'll be real with you. I never really paid that much attention to you in the celebrity world. I was always a fan of your hooping, man. Like you were just a constant 15 and 10, could step out and shoot it from 3. You just had such a unique game, man, and obviously memorable years in LA. I wanted to ask you, never had a chance to talk to you before. What was your relationship like with the late, great Kobe Bryant?
Oh, brother to brother. Big brother, of course, him being the big brother, me being a little brother. We just being a sponge to learn from one of the best players and one of the best men, I ever met. An incredible dude, incredible work ethic, incredible drive, and I was fortunate enough to play with him and being a foxhole with him. She's really missed.
What can you say about Kobe as the competitor? Because like we always hear about what he was like and how focused he was. When you think about the Black Mamba in that way, can you describe sort of the competitive nature?
I mean, it's really hard to describe because the energy is so overwhelming. It's kind of like you got to be there, but his will, to block things out and focus, at a critical time.
Was he ever hard? Oh, go ahead, please.
I'll give you an example how LHH was. You remember that photo shoot that he did, the all-white photo shoot?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How people were like, "Damn, what you doing?" And like they were like trying to judge him about it and questioning him about it.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Well, we're playing a game in Utah, and these nasty fans, they got those pictures on every seat in Utah. Think about that.
And he got to block that out because the world's coming down on him, making fun of him. He got to block that out and perform.
Yeah, let alone the one time in Utah, these nasty people had a blow-up doll with a French maid outfit on, and it had a sign around it that said "No means no."
Wow.
No means no. So it's like
wow.
I seen him just block out those, shit like that, in order, for in a 3-hour game.
Was he ever hard on you, Lamar?
Yeah, a lot. All the time.
Would he ever talk to you about the personal life stuff as well?
No, he was when I was doing the reality show, I went to him, and that's when he talked to me about he called it the healthy selfish. There's a time in your life where you gotta shoot the ball and not pass it. So that was great advice that he and that kind of gave me the green light to do it, and plus the Lakers gave me the green light to do it too.
You also
and not to mention, the year I shot the reality show with Khloe, I won the 6 Man a Year award too. That was
wow.
tough.
Yeah, there you go. That helps. That helps.
You also played with the with Kwame Brown, who's become very vocal recently on social media and letting people know how he feels.
Yeah, because he should too. He should.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you about him speaking up for himself.
Yeah, sometimes it's all what who Popeye says is the best, right? What he says? I saw all I can stand and I can't stand no more. Kwame Brown, if you think about what he been through in life before the NBA, he's a success story. You know what I'm saying? I think Charlemagne. Let me get one of those. I think Charlemagne and all those guys that took those shots at him kind of like bigged him up. But his story is definitely relevant.
In terms of someone who went through that much at home and then overcame it to end up where he ended up?
Hell yeah. Still made it to the NBA. #1 pick out of high school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's ever been done. I think he's the only one to be the #1 pick out of high school, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe the first one.
Was he always like, was Kwame always like a funny and outspoken dude? Because from these videos he puts up, he seems like a guy who pays attention to a lot of what's going on in the world and has a lot to say.
No, he does though. Don't think he's like slow and country. You know what I mean?
And he was always that dude back then.
You know, always had something slick to say. You know, he know numbers. You know what I'm saying? So he know how to count.
He got up that money.
And he about his bread. He about his bread. I got nothing but respect for Kwame Brown. As much time as we played bootleg on the plane, he probably owe me a couple of dollars. But that's my guy though. That's my guy.
By the way,
I fuck with Kwame Brown.
By the way, these days, even if Kwame Brown wasn't your guy, evidence would suggest you should say he is your guy because he might roast the fuck out of you.
That's another dude. Like I was in the foxhole with.
Yep.
If you played with me, you probably say Lamar's a good dude, and hopefully I can say you a good dude. And I like to keep it like that. What's up, Ron?
I saw that you recently inked a celebrity boxing deal. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I see that you have another fight.
Who you fighting? Jake Paul, John Paul, Peter and Paul.
No,
who you fighting?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you because can I tell him that about my business with celebrity boxing? Hold on. Because I own part of the company too, so I'm fighting to build the company up.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying, and double dip on that paper.
Hit it 2 times.
Facts, but it's like I'm supposed to fight in October.
Okay.
October 10th in Miami, and I don't know if they found an opponent yet. But I think the biggest money grab would be like one of the Paul brothers, right? The one that didn't fight
Floyd. You mean Jake?
Yeah.
Jake's a big boy, Lamar. Jake is Aaron Carter is not Jake Paul.
Yeah, by
the way, Lamar worked Aaron Carter, guys.
Yeah, I'm not saying he was, but I'll just, you know, the bigger the opponent, the better the opponent, I'll just train harder. You know,
have you been serious about boxing for a minute? Have you been doing this for a minute, the boxing training?
Yeah. I started training boxing in like 2007, pound for pound gym in LA. Terry Claiborne was my trainer.
All right.
Listen, man, I know I can get better at it. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't my best performance, but I know I can get better at it. So I'll get.
Well, you know, when I see cats doing the celebrity boxing thing, my hope is either A, the bag is worth the while, or B, this is something that they're really passionate about. It sounds like it's both for you.
That's a fact. That's a total fact. That is a total fact, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Get that. Hearing you talk about your addictions and overcoming and the things you went through in your life, you know, just as a black man and everything you deal with, coming up in Queens, your father, I believe, if I recall, your father had some addiction issues too and was in and out of your life. Where is your relationship at with your father these days?
My pops. Speaking of him, he passed away. Like,
sorry to hear that.
That's all right. Like last month, and you know why? You know why I'm gonna miss him though, Ebro, because he was an addict too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's gonna be the one relationship that I've had that is like it was non-judgmental.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I
would
think that's what I miss most about him.
Did you guys get to talk about your addictions, and did that relationship help you?
Hell yeah. My pops was man real. My pops told me the first time he started fucking with dope, he was like 12 years old. Word. But my pops, he went through a lot. My pops' father was killed by his girlfriend. So I mean, you can only imagine that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody got a story.
When you first got exposed to drugs, how old were you?
I was like 25, 24. Are you talking about marijuana or just like
whatever led you to being addicted? Can you identify that?
I was like 24, 25, and it happened like right here in Miami. Yeah, that's a wild story too. But Yeah.
Was that always your drug of choice? Was coke the number one?
Yeah. The first time I did it, it was like orgasmic feeling.
Mm. And that's what you're as an addict, you're always chasing that feeling, right?
The first time, I think.
Yeah.
That's what they call the dragon, right?
Mm.
And I'm a sex fiend too, so if I could take a drug, it can make me feel like I'm coming all the time. What the fuck? I'm gonna be looking for it. Real rap.
Are you what kind of sobriety are you living with right now? Are you completely sober? Where are you at right now with it?
Yeah, no, I mean, I smoke bud, but I don't fuck around with any hard drugs. I don't even really get the urge. I think I've mastered risk and reward.
Mm.
You know, what I'm saying? So like getting high, like you got to be in like a real, really, really ill headspace to be high. And getting high, it would defeat the purpose for me because it would make me feel uncomfortable. I'd be looking over my shoulder, where I'm gonna get it from, who the fuck gonna tell? It's gonna be on TMZ. It'll be too much. It'll be way too embarrassing to try to get high. So that's even before I got high. So to try to get high, I would have to embarrass myself. I would have to take myself to like a low place. And I'm a king who realizes his worth at
There
this
you go.
point
Talk
right
that
now,
talk.
where I stand.
Talk that talk.
You know what I'm saying? So
there you go.
Again,
well, and also too, you almost killed yourself. So that's another piece where it's like, listen,
that's another thing, Ebro. We could get to that. You know, like I'm sitting here talking to y'all, about me fucking around and doing drugs and all that. I think that's one of the reasons why God saved me, because He didn't want me to go out with that name, because I didn't do drugs that night.
Mm. So what happened?
I guess they was giving me some. That dude Dennis Hoff was trying to poison me or something, my guy. For real.
Oh, because you were at Dennis. You were at the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
Did you ever look into that? Was there ever any sort of?
Nah. By the time I woke up and put it together, he was already dead. You know what I'm saying? And time goes by. But nah.
But wow. So that night you were just with girls. You weren't even doing drugs. Were you drinking?
Nah. I can't even really remember that. I would probably most think that I had a drink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't do any drugs that night. So you could imagine me when I woke up from this shit and they told me I had a drug overdose. So first of all, I'm embarrassed. I'm mad and I'm sad. And like, why would somebody want to do that to me? And then it's like, you got to make fun of everything joke or critical in your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, why he ain't telling me? Because it had to be an ill mixture. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck? What the fuck was it? You know what I mean? That's the drug addict in me that says that. But I don't know. It's a fucked up situation. I can make light up now. I'm here. He not.
Well, look, just making it through that and being able to tell that story, and share with other people who struggle with addiction, right? Because it's a certain type of person. Is that your calling going forward? I mean, listening to you, talk about being a New York Times bestseller, the endeavor with the celebrity boxing, you seem very comfortable in this next phase of your life.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm trying to find my purpose. You know what I mean? Now, if I gotta take a shot or take some pain to but actually telling my story is actually very therapeutic. There's no pain in it, and if it can help people grow or learn or get better, then maybe that's why the Lord saved me.
A couple quick things before we let you go. Are you watching this Team USA debacle? Do you have any?
It's not a debacle. Didn't they win last night?
Oh, they won last night?
They won last night.
They bounced back? Okay. You were on Team USA though. You were on Team USA before. Does this worry you at all, or is this just them
twice? Yeah, I was on it twice. Once we played in the Olympics, where I don't know what the hell happened. They was jerking us, and we kind of lost it. We ain't play our best players all the time. And then I was on the World Championship team in 2010, where we won gold.
And what do you think of this team? Yeah, what do you make of this?
I think they're a little undersized, honestly. Not taking nothing away from the guys that are on the team. I think they might have problems with team like Spain. like big that played through the post.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, the guard play is real. I think they just need to focus on team defense. You know, obviously we can score the ball with those killers that we got out there. I just think that if we focus on team defense, on getting stops consistently, that we'll be all right. We'll win the goal. Because I think in the NBA, we should be able to take the third best player from every NBA team, or at least the second best player from NBA and team, and still win a goal. By this point, come on, we gotta be serious about it.
Hasn't the world gotten much better at basketball? I mean, look, you look at Team Nigeria.
Yeah, because you got to understand, they playing in countries where they could turn pro at 13, 14. They paying them and all that. So they prepared already professionally, mentally by the time they play against us. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if they let us turn pro at 16, like that. The best high school players could leave after their sophomore year and their junior year. We will be unstoppable. You know, because that's our game. Don't get it twisted.
Well, then not only that, but a lot of them come to the U.S. and play on teams anyway, and then go back during the Olympics and play for those teams.
Yeah, they get better. We groom them. But they got the formula with that. They winning with that formula. We should have been adapted to that. Like what they doing with the G League right now, how they let them come over early at 18, we late. We late. I can go to war. I can vote. I can't make money. They're doing it with college now too. So.
Well, yeah. Now we might see some changes finally there with college players being able to get some money.
Yeah.
Yo, Lamar, man, thank you for your time today. We're gonna close out this conversation. Classic Queens rap. What you want to hear right now? You pick a record, man. What you want to hear?
Let me hear Nas and Raekwon.
Oh, okay.
Nice pick.
Some verbal intercourse or some
what's the joint with Farrakhan?
Eye for an eye?
Nah, shit. Rich and Black.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it. Lamar, thank you for your time today, bro.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you're in New York, man, pull up, man.
Yeah,
come to the studio, hang out, bro.
That's a fact. I'll fuck around.
Stay focused, man. We love you, man.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care. All right, man.
All right,
Peace.
my guy.
Bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.